Namaste, welcome you all to the Queen's Curry Kitchen. Today we are making a very simple vegan eggplant based dish. It's summer, so there's a lot of eggplants out there, and we're going to do a very simple dish which doesn't involve a whole lot of cutting and chopping. It's just very simple, and we are going to make it in an instant pot. If you don't have an instant pot, you can make it on a skillet, you can make it in a Dutch oven. You can also make it in a pressure cooker, okay? So let me show you the prep that I've done in this case. What I have here is we're going to start with this blend that I've made. And what it has is we are traveling to the western part of India for inspiration. So we're going to be traveling to Kolhapur, which is near the state of Maharashtra. You all have heard of Mumbai, so this is kind of that part of town, okay? Hi, Naina, how are you? Hi, Ruby, welcome back. So this is the masala that I'm creating. What I took is a handful of peanuts, some coconut, desiccated coconut, dry red chilies, a couple of bay leaves, some curry leaves, coriander seeds, fennel seeds, some black peppercorns, and some cumin seeds. So the predominant flavor in this dish is really from the coconut and the fennel. These provide a little bit of heat. So basically I dry roasted them without any oil. I roasted them in this pan right here. And now that it's cool, I'm going to create a powder, and I will create a blend right over here, okay? So let me see if I can position the camera so we can focus in on what I'm doing. Well, hold on. There you go. Okay, that sounds like... Okay, so this is my ninja. So I'm gonna put everything all at once. Just be very careful to add the coconut flakes all the way in the end, otherwise they burn very quickly. So you want them to be a little bit golden, but you don't want them to be burnt. So here you go. We are going to put the lid on and give it a good blitz. So this is dry grinding. We're not trying to create a paste. This is just a dry powder that we're trying to create. And I always make a little bit more than I need, so that then I can put it in the fridge and use it at a later date to recreate some of the same flavors. So you see, it's kind of, it's pretty coarse. I don't know if you can see. It's not that fine. So I'm gonna go and grind a little more. Oh my God. The aromas that are coming out of here are so good. The coconut, the dry red chilies, the cloves, the cinnamon. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a shake because sometimes... Alrighty. Hi Nana. Yes, I can certainly PM you later with the link to my book. My book is available at www.queenscurrykitchen.com. You should find the link there. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Hi Tini, how are you? Welcome to the Queen's Curry Kitchen. We are making stuffed eggplant today with a Kolhapuri masala. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's pretty coarse, but it's nice because it gives you that contrast of texture. When you cook the eggplant, it becomes very mushy. I'm gonna take it out on this plate just so y'all can see it clearly. Okay, so the eggplants that we're using today are these baby eggplants, and they're also called Thai eggplants. Some of you may get it like this. Some of you probably have access to the white baby eggplants or the green ones that are very easily available at some Thai food markets or Asian supermarkets. So whatever you have, just work with that. And the way we prep this is you cut the top off, and then we have to create gashes in it like this. So there's 4 cuts, and don't cut it all the way through. You can see that the cut only goes up to here, so do not cut it all the way through. Let me do one and show you how it's to be done. So some people prefer to keep the top off and then they cut it on this side, which is also a good technique because then the thicker part of it gets cooked very nicely. I don't like this thing because a lot of times it has bugs or it's not clean, and even if you wash it, there's like this black thing, so I always take it off. But you can do it either way. Let me show you that technique first. So if you want to keep this off and you want to keep a really nice presentation, first of all, wash these really, really well. And then you cut it. Hi, Cherise, welcome. The branding goddess is going to learn how to make some eggplant. So you cut it like this, and then what happens is even after you steam it, it holds the shape really well. And this being the thicker part gets the most spices. It has a lot of room to hold the spices. So you can really do it like this if you want. I don't really like the stem and the stick, plus I have to pack it in a box for my clients, so I like to chop it off. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to doing them like this. So just cut it up to here. I hope you can see, not all the way, don't cut it in half, and then remove your knife and then turn it, and then so basically you're just making a big plus sign. In the name of God, we are making some eggplants. Okay, so same thing, don't cut it all the way through, take it off. So basically what you've made is you've created a little bit of like a little basket to hold your spices that you just created. So these are your spices. Again, I'm going to repeat the contents of this. Handful of peanuts without the skin, cinnamon, clove, black pepper, coriander seeds, cumin seeds, fennel seeds, 2 bay leaves, curry leaves, and dry red chilies. There is no salt in this mix. So the good thing with adding salt is that it actually gives a preservative quality to your spices. And if you want to store them in the fridge or something, it's always better to add the salt before you store them because it helps to preserve your spices. So you don't need any other preservative. I use sea salt only because it helps to keep the taste of the food the same. Even if you put your food in the fridge, it keeps the taste the same. If you use other salts that are chemically processed, it doesn't. It changes the taste of the food. So let's say you take it out of the fridge and you have to warm up the food the next day, it doesn't taste the same, okay? So I'm gonna give it a pinch, I'm gonna give it a quick taste. Yeah, it's salty enough. So we don't need any more salt. And this is just a spice blend. You can actually I'm gonna add a little bit more just because I did not salt the eggplants when I cut them. So just a little bit more for the thicker part of the skin. So at this point, you can take away whatever you don't need, or you can just use what you need and then put away the rest. It's a good practice to put away what you don't need beforehand so that all the wet hands from the filling of the eggplant does not go and contaminate the spices that you're going to store away. Okay, so I'll take out what I need right here. And I will store this in an airtight container, and I will put it in my fridge or freezer. You can use this for any other kind of vegetables like little baby bottle gourds, which are also called tinder. You can use the same stuffing. You can use this for baby potatoes. It's going to be, it gives you a nice coastal feel. You can use this for green tomatoes. So any kind of vegetable that you're kind of stuck with what to do with and you just want to do it differently, try this technique. It's really simple. And if you have this masala already made in your fridge, any vegetable, you can even put it in bhindis, which is okra. So just slice them like that and then fill them in. So this is how you fill them in. You take this, you put it in as much as you can. You pack it nicely and then you flip it. And you see here, there's still more room to put the spices. So this doesn't come out because you have to hold it tightly. And then take the masala and put it in this crevice right here. Okay, and then you just tap it out. That's that. Okay, so the masala inside is cooked. When we're going to put this in the pressure cooker or the instant pot, we're basically just trying to steam the eggplant. That's the only purpose of putting it in the instant pot. Here you go. Okay. I'm only going to do 4 for now, even though I have to make about 20 of these because I make multiple portions. I'll also keep one of these, you know, the ones that I showed you that was backwards. This holds a little more masala than all the others because the stout part is actually available for the filling. So you actually get the spicy thing all the way till the end. And all of this leftover that you have, you're going to be sprinkling it on top of your curry, so don't even worry about it. Okay, so I'm gonna take this over to the Instant Pot and I will be right back to take you with me. Okay, here I am. I did not forget about you guys. I just came to pick up my mustard seeds. So remember, since we are doing this very coastal feel, mustard seeds actually go by default in everything that's coastal based. Thank you, Tinny. I appreciate your compliment. Thank you for your kindness. Okay, so I am right by my Instant Pot, as you can see. And I've put it to the sear mode. The start button is on. But you can actually totally do this in a pan like that. Or you can do it in an Instant Pot. You can even do it in a pressure cooker. So once the oil gets hot, I will put in my mustard seeds. You have to wait for them to crackle and pop. Do not be hasty because uncooked mustard seeds give a very lousy taste to your stir fry. So wait for it, be patient for it to pop. If you want, you can add a little hing to it. It gives a little nice sharp kick. It's the asafoetida powder that I always talk about. You can add extra curry leaves. You can do all that stuff. So you can see the seeds are sizzling, but they're not quite popping yet. So I'm just going to have to be a little more patient and let that happen. Okay, now it's smelling really good because I can smell the cumin. If you want, you can actually make this entire thing with coconut oil. You can make it with olive oil, whatever you have. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's just a matter of preference. But try to incorporate at least 1 to 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in your meals every day. It definitely helps with brain sharpness. It helps with cognition. It helps to avoid Alzheimer's. So use coconut oil as much as you can in your meals. And nowadays the coconut oil that you get doesn't really have a bad smell or anything. So there's no aftertaste, there's no smell, but the benefits are way too many. Okay, so there's a nice heat and an aroma coming from the pan. I hope you can see the seeds are sizzling. Can you see how they're moving? Yeah, so that means that it's ready. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my eggplants. I'm just going to line them up. And I will also put all this extra masala that I had. I'm going to put that in here. And just give it a quick stir. So basically you want to fill the entire pot and line it with the eggplants. And then just put maybe just a half a cup of water. Close the lid. And then you will set it to your manual. You can either do a manual 4-minute timer. But it cooks really fast. So you don't even have to be in the kitchen a lot. You just put it in here. You set the timer, you press the start button, and you can go. Or then you can just choose a simple setting like maybe the rice setting. And then it'll just steam up everything. You can also just do the steam setting. Remember, everything is already cooked. So even the filling inside is already cooked. So you're not really looking to cook the filling inside. You're only looking to soften the eggplant. And I kid you not, when this comes out of the pressure cooker, when you open the lid, it's so aromatic, it's so brilliant. You can serve it as an appetizer if it's really dry. If you want to serve it with rotis or parathas or chapatis, you can do that. It's really, really versatile. But try the same technique with potatoes. Try it with tinda. Try it with okra, which is bhindi. Try it with karela. So there's many different vegetables that you can do this. Anything that holds up nicely when it's steamed and allows you to fill anything inside, you can do it. You can even take a cabbage and you can cut it across, and then in the layers that are created, you can actually fill in this masala and then either deep fry it in a batter, or you can just steam it and it tastes really, really good. Okay, so that's all the time I have today. I have to run and pick up my kid from prep class, but it was lovely seeing you guys. Thank you again for joining me. I greatly appreciate all the love and support. Do keep coming back for more. Spread the word out there. Feel free to share this video if you found it of value. And if you'd like to get my book or my spice blends, everything is available at www.queenscurrykitchen.com. If you're catching the replay, thank you for coming back whatever time of day or night it is. I greatly appreciate your support. Thanks again. This is saying goodbye from Queens, New York, from the Queen's Curry Kitchen and Chef Nupur. Have a blissful, flavorful life ahead. Take good care. Bye-bye.